something totally unexpected happened between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. Davis was enjoying a night out with his family when, of all people, he ran into his next opponent, Lamont Roach. It was as if fate had brought them together before their official match. Instead of a friendly encounter, the two ended up facing off in a heated street fight right then and there.
Outside, bro. I don't want the managers. Oh. Throw that hole again. Throw that hole again. Throw that hole again.
These two aren't on good terms at all, especially after all the arguing they've done on social media. For a long time, they've been going back and forth, trading insults and taking jabs at each other online for everyone to see. Their posts have been full of taunts and challenges, and it's clear neither one likes the other very much. When you've been bickering like that for so long, it makes sense that eventually things would explode once they were face to face. And that's exactly what happened when they finally met. Even though Lamont Roach is considered the underdog in this fight, he showed everyone a surprising level of toughness and aggressiveness during the brawl. It was as if he was saying he's not backing down, no matter what the odds are. For someone who's expected to be at a disadvantage, Roach put up a real fight, proving he's capable of much more than people might think. He didn't hesitate to stand his ground, and in that moment, you could see just how much determination he has to prove himself against Gervonta Davis. However, Gervonta Davis had the upper hand right from the start. Without any warning, Davis swung a powerful hook right at Roach's face, catching him off guard and landing the first strike. The brawl didn't end well for Roach, as he walked away with a black eye and a bruised cheek. Davis had the upper hand, leaving the scene without a scratch. Roach's injuries were visible proof of just how intense the clash was and showed how powerful Davis's punches can be. The crowd who witnessed the brawl couldn't resist capturing it all on their phones. People were taking photos and recording videos, eager to share the rare, raw footage of two boxers throwing punches outside the ring. After all, it's not every day that you get to see two well-known fighters going head-to-head right in front of you without any ropes or referees. Opinions are pouring in from all corners of the boxing world. WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson recently weighed in, sharing his thoughts on the two rivals who are set to clash. According to Stevenson, this fight will be much tougher than most people expect. While many think Davis might easily overpower Roach, Stevenson believes that Roach has a lot more skill and strength than he's given credit for. He even hinted that Roach's determination and grit could make things difficult for Davis in the ring. I'm not seeing Lamont the way everyone else does. I know he's a solid fighter, not someone to take lightly. This isn't Frank Martin, that's for sure. This is a real fight against a real contender, and I'm ready for it. Even though this match has stirred up quite a bit of backlash in the boxing community, mostly because people think Davis picked a weaker opponent, not everyone agrees. Boxers like Shakur Stevenson have spoken up, saying that this fight shouldn't be taken lightly at all. Some fans and critics are quick to judge, assuming Roach won't stand a chance against Davis. But Stevenson is here to remind everyone that looks can be deceiving in boxing, and underestimating Roach could be a big mistake. Roach is no easy opponent, and even though he may not be favored to win, he'll bring everything he's got to the ring. Roach is determined to make this fight one to remember, hoping to prove to everyone that he deserves to go up against a big name like Davis. He wants to silence any doubts about whether he's worthy of stepping into the ring with someone as respected and powerful as Davis. Roach feels like he has something to prove, especially since he knows he wasn't Davis's first pick. Originally, Davis was looking to face Vasily Lomachenko, or even have a showdown with Shakur Stevenson. But when those matchups didn't work out, it led to this opportunity for Roach. While he's grateful, he can't help but feel a little disappointed that he wasn't the initial choice. I know I've been Tank's last option, but I still want to make this fight one to remember. I'm determined to give it everything I've got, to push him out of his comfort zone and beat him at his own game. I know I have what it takes. I just need to push myself that much harder. Paulie Malignaggi, who is a seasoned boxer himself, shared his thoughts on what this fight could mean for Roach. He believes that this is a golden chance for Roach to make a name for himself, especially since he'll be facing off against someone as well-known and powerful as Davis. Taking on a knockout artist like Davis won't be easy, But if Roach can somehow find a way to win, it could open up a new world of possibilities for him in the boxing world. Malignaggi explained that it's not just about winning the fight, it's about making a statement. And for Roach, beating Davis would be a statement that no one could ignore. Malignaggi also mentioned that the path to victory for Roach might be tough, almost like a narrow road that only few can take. Since Davis is known for his powerful punches and skill in the ring, Roach will have to be extra strategic. He'll need to think carefully about every move and look for any opening he can find, even if they're small. Roach must use this fight as a way to reach greatness quickly, something that most boxers spend years trying to achieve. He added that the fastest way to become great is by beating someone who's already considered great. And right now, there's no one better for Roach to face than Davis. Roach has been a solid fighter, but he hasn't reached the level of recognition needed for a fight like this, Malignaggi stated. In my opinion, this isn't a fight that belongs on pay-per-view. If Roach were a bona fide champion with 5 or 6 title defenses under his belt, then maybe we'd be talking differently. Malignaggi also wanted to set the record straight about why Davis agreed to fight Roach this coming December. Many people believe that Davis chose Roach just because he wanted an easy match, one he could win without too much trouble. But according to Malignaggi, that's not the real story at all. In fact, the reason behind Davis's choice has a lot more to do with circumstances beyond his control. Malignaggi explained that Davis, who is 29 years old and very confident in his skills, was actually more than ready to take on a tougher opponent. He was aiming to go up against someone with more experience and a bigger name, specifically the highly respected Lomachenko. Lomachenko made an unexpected announcement that he wanted to stay with his family and focus on supporting his country, Ukraine, which is currently facing a very difficult time due to the ongoing conflict with Russia. This means that Lomachenko couldn't fully commit to training and preparing for a fight with Davis. With Lomachenko unavailable, Davis and his team decided to move forward with Roach as his next challenge. It wasn't a matter of Davis picking someone he thought would be easy to beat, as some people assume. Instead, it was simply that Davis's original plan didn't work out because of Lomachenko's important personal and national commitments. But that's all in the past now, and it's time to turn our attention to the real showdown: Davis versus Roach. So, who do you think will come out on top in this fight? Share your thoughts down below.